Hey, hi all. Welcome to my YouTube channel once again. So it is very common question in interview that what is the major difference between the CMD and the entry point uh, command when we write the Docker file. Okay. So in this video, I will going to cover what is the major difference between the CMD and entry point in Docker file. So I'm going to create a Docker file with the help of vi command. Docker file. So in this Docker file, I'm going to use the Alpine base image. So let's use Alpine latest image as a base image, and then I use only directly CMD command here. And in the CMD command, I'm going to use ls command. I want to list the file and folder with the help of ls command inside this Docker container. Okay. So ls command, and I want to list out root directory only with the help of cmd command. Okay. Now I'm going to save this Docker file. So we have Docker file. Okay. So in this Docker file only I put two lines, one for from. In the from line, I'm going to use the Alpine latest image and then cmd command. Okay. Now I'm going to build our image from this Docker file. So let's try to build Docker build -t, and name will be the CMD, and then is name will be the demo Docker file, and version will be v1. And so first is checking this Alpine latest image is not found inside the local Docker host, then it downloaded from that Docker hub and it generated the image. Let me show you the image as well. Docker image ls. So we have this image. Okay, demo image is available. Its size is only 7.8 MB. Okay. So now I'm going to create one Docker container using this Docker image. So Docker run directly use the demo and v1. Okay. So all that file and folder inside this root directory. So what we create in the Docker file. So in the Docker file we created that in the cmd command just list out in the root directory only. So you list out all the file and folder which is having inside that root directory. So and in the image we write cmd as ls and then reflect that root directory only. Now I'm going to override this cmd command. Okay. So let me show you Docker ps. I don't have any container running right now. Now I'm going to override this cmd command. So I'm going to run one other container, Docker run, and then -it, then demo. I'm going in place of cmd. I'm going to use that sleep command, sleep, and for 10 minutes, 10 seconds. Okay. To override the cmd command, which is the ls command. In place of ls, I'm going to override with the sleep command. So here I put the sleep and within 10 second or 5 second. Okay. So it's wait for till 5 second, then container goes die automatically. Okay. So it's waiting for 5 second, then it container goes after 5 second. So we can override this cmd command. है ना? And with the any command like sleep or any command, let me show you one other directly. Let me, in place of root, let me show you the etc folder. So you, how can you run that? Docker run hyphen it demo v1 in place of that cmd. I going to use etc location. So it's showing the all the file and folder which is having inside the etc folder inside this container. So the purpose of this, that this demo is that first we can notice that we can easily that modify or replace these that cmd command while running the container. If you write the cmd command in your docker file, and the cmd you just running any services like apache or mysql, so while running the container you can easily modify or replace the cmd command. Okay, now I'm going to modify the same docker file which we have. In the same docker file, in place of that cmd, let me put here entry point. Okay, so in place of cmd I only modify the entry point, and the rest docker file is the same. So here I'm using the same alpine image and same ls for command for listing the inside the root location file and folder. Okay, let me save this file once again. So let me create the image again from this docker file. Command will be the same, docker build hyphen t for tag, and name will be the same. I put the same name, and version will be the v2. Okay, and same location. Okay, typo mistake here. Docker. Okay, so our image is ready with the help of the docker file, existing docker file. Let me show you the image as well. Docker image ls. So we have two demo images. One is the tag value the v1, other one is have the v2. So this v2 tag docker image we created with the docker file which have that entry point. Okay, and both have the same size. So now I'm going to create a container with this latest tag, uh, that docker image. So docker, then run, then uh, image name is a demo, and version name is the v2. So it's showing the same output. Okay, but when I running this container without any changes, so it's showing the all the file and folder which having inside the root location in this container, inside this container. Okay, now I'm going to modify same with that entry point in a docker file. Let me show you the docker file. So here I'm going to modify this entry point, that value here, the value the ls, and the location the root location. Now I'm going to modify this entry point. Okay, while running the container. So here docker run demo2, and here after that I put sleep and then 5 seconds. Okay, so what happened, it's showing the all the root file and folder. Okay, but it's showing the entry point command, and after that which I mentioned sleep 5, no such and file such file and directory is showing the no such file and directory. So means it that we can easily modify the cmdb command while running the container, but we cannot modify entry point while running the container. So if you want to fix, then in place of cmd you need to the entry point. So this is the first difference between the cmdb command and entry point. Let's take one more example here. So I'm going to modify once again our docker file. So here I'm going to use only the ls command, and let me rectify this root directory, and after that I put a cmd and here I'm using the location like etc. Okay. So in the Docker file entry point, I want to fix the command which is the ls command, and the parameter of this ls command I am going to put here with the help of cmd command, and that parameter is the etc. So while running the container with this Docker file, firstly I create the image from this Docker file, and when we run the container with the latest Docker file which we'll create, then when we running the container, it's showing the all the file and folder which having inside the etc location in this container. Let me show you. So I'm going to create a new image with the help of Docker build hyphen t, image name with a demo, and tag version with a v3, and then dot. So we have third image in our place with that version demo is tag version v3. Now I'm going to run a container with this latest image. Command will be the docker run and demo, image name is a demo, and tag version is v3. Oh sorry, typo mistake, docker run demo v3. So what happened, it's showing the ls command inside that all the etc file and folder is showing inside the container. So that we write inside the root that our docker file. So let's show you the Docker file. Now Docker file, what we put, entry point command is the alias. We cannot change this command, but CMD command is the etc folder. Let modify firstly that parameter value, means in place of etc, if we want to other location file and folder, then how we can modify, or will able to modify or not. Okay, Docker run demo v3 and command, let me show you ls, and then sbin. Oh sorry, Docker run image name demo, and then tag version the v3. Then in place of etc, I'm going to modify the cmdb command with the sbin one. Okay, so here we can easily modify the cmd command. So here the sbin, inside the sbin location file and folder is reflected right now. Okay, now I'm going to modify the entry command. Entry point command is the ls. Can we modify the entry point command? Let validate it as well. So in place of ls, I'm going to use sleep with 10 seconds. Okay, the same command docker run, the same image demo, then v3, and here I'm going to use that entry point command which is the ls in our docker image, but we are going to modify, in place of docker I'm going to use the sleep command. Okay, so what happened, sleep no such file or directory. So that means we cannot modify the entry point command, but we only modify the CMDB parameters. Okay, so here you notify that we can only override CMD argument using that while running the Docker container, but we cannot modify that entry point command. Now I'm going to modify our Docker file once again, and here in place of entry point I'm putting again the CMD, and here I'm going to use ls and then this location is the it. Let's check with the its root location. Okay, and the second command I'm going to use ls and etc. So in a Docker file, firstly I'm taking the Alpine as the latest base image, and we have put CMDB entry two times in a Docker file. First entry is the CMDB reflect the root location file and folder, And second entry is that it will reflect the all the file folder inside the etc location. Okay, which command will execute? Let's check. So I'm going to create with a new image with this latest Docker file. So Docker build -t, image name is a demo, and v4 tag name is the version is that v4 and dot. What happened? Okay, typo error. So our latest image in our plate, let me show you. Docker image ls. So our latest image which having the v4 tag version and having in our plate. Now I'm going to let me show you that Docker file once again. So now I'm creating the container again with this latest Docker image. Okay, command will be the Docker run, and then image name is a demo, and tag name is a v4. So what happening? It's only showing the etc location file and folder. It not showing inside the root file and folder. Okay, as you notice this, it only showing when I run this container, it only showing inside the etc file and folder, not showing that root file and folder inside the root location file and folder. So we have notified that if we put more than two entry or more than one entry inside our Docker file, so last CMDB entry will be executed. Find the process that launch in a container where CMDB set the default argument for the process. This is the first difference. So entry point define the process that launch the container where the CMDB set the default parameter for that process. Other point is that entry point is not usually override by the end user, but CMD command easily can change through the Docker run. So in this video, I think you have understand what is the major difference between the entry point and CMDB. I think you enjoy this video. If you have any concern and doubt regarding this topic, please let me know inside the comment section of this video. Thank you for watching.